falls under fair use as it's a parody. If you don't have a sense of humor, go. Welcome. Is this my reality? Is this your reality? Welcome to Not My Reality. Did scientists at CERN end the world in 2012? Did that event create what we now call the Mandela effect? The late Stephen Hawking had made a bet of $100 that physicists would not discover the Higgs boson. After losing that bet when physicists detected the particle in 2012, Hawking lamented its discovery. The famous theoretical physicist warned that the particle could one day be responsible for the destruction of the known universe. Enter CERN. The Higgs boson is the fundamental force carrying particles of the Higgs field, which is responsible for granting other particles their mass. The particle was finally discovered on July 4, 2012 by researchers at the Large Hadron Collider, CERN. The LHC confirmed that the existence of the Higgs field and the mechanism that gives rise to mass and thus completed the standard model of particle physics, the best description we have so far of the subatomic world. The claim the Large Hadron Collider at CERN created a black hole in 2012 that ended the reality that we knew. Support this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, otherwise you might get stuck in between dimensions with no way home. Do you remember 2012? People were convinced that the world was going to end, that the Mayan calendar had predicted it more than 2,000 years earlier. Protests and time travelers continue to decry the cataclysmic dangers of CERN's Large Hadron Collider, where scientists were taking apart the building blocks of the universe to understand how they worked. But those scientists discovered that particle, the one they were looking for, without any apparent disruption to the fabric of reality. So, as the year passed without the world flipping on its axis, or a neutrino suddenly becoming deadly, things went on as usual, so we thought. But people and events stop making sense. It's almost as if the predictable order of the universe is unraveling, or we're somehow in a different reality. While there's many different opinions on when this actually started, a lot of people point to the moment in 2012 when CERN was activated that life started getting really, really weird. And the weirdness, it seems to be accelerating at such an incredible rate that the answer to the question changes at shorter and shorter intervals. Am I the only one noticing this? Things seem really weird and really different to me. In short, everything has gotten so fucking weird. But why? What's the origin of this? It's as if humanity has lost its grip on reality. Or has reality lost its grip on us? The outrageous claim out there, wink wink, is that CERN created a small black hole in 2012 that ended our reality instantly, shifting us into a new reality. 10 years ago, the Large Hadron Collider, the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator, found the Higgs boson particle, the God particle, helping to explain the Big Bang Theory and how the universe was born. They state that when the God particle was made, it created a black hole that consumed the Earth in a split second without any of us noticing it. Now, I notice things are different now. According to this famous research society, the notorious Mayan prophecy came true, and reality as we know it actually ended in 2012. Could this be why some of us experience what they call the Mandela effect? Many believe that since the beginning of CERN, many odd things have been occurring, specifically the Mandela effect. Is CERN to blame for the Mandela effect? The concept of the Mandela effect is quite simple. Over time, a few minor details surrounding significant events and therefore our perception of these events have changed and will continue to change in the years ahead in this new reality. In other words, the tried and true space-time continuum that appears to be the backbone of our collective three-dimensional physical reality might have a ripple in it caused by CERN. It also might have produced, say, a sister parallel universe, which has birthed different scenarios, different events, different identities, constructs, and relationships than the one we were used to in our original reality. Because of the nature of CERN's experiments, some believe space-time is being knowingly or unknowingly manipulated, thereby producing CERN parallel universes. Have you noticed anything different in your life? Do you remember things differently? You're not crazy. You're just in a new, slightly off reality that seems to have a really dark sense of humor. This is the one I really remember. This is the one I remember, the Berenstain Bears. But I'm sure some of you, hey, maybe you were born in this reality. Maybe this is where you always were and this all seems normal to you. But to a lot of us, things are seeming way off. Now, scientists say the collider is not capable of creating a black hole, and there is no reason to believe that one was produced. You know, scientists say a lot of shit these days, that's all I'm saying. At the quantum level, the mechanics of gravity remain vague. We don't understand gravity, let's just be honest. And the events are theorized to take place not as a result of the ordinary cause and effect, but as a function of probabilities. The popular explanation for this is that every possible outcome takes place, but splits off into an endlessly branching multiverse. I think of those stupid Marvel movies. In that sense, listen to this, there could be countless versions of the Earth, the Berenstain Bears, and of you. But the vast majority of those versions would likely be clustered together around the most probable outcomes. What if that cluster was held together by the force of gravity? What if the people decrying the power of CERN were right to be worried? What if we're living in a different reality right now? What say you? I think we are. Leave a comment down below. Now let's get the fuck out of here.